Morning guys, welcome to my video on the PEAVEY Butcher. This is the old school PEAVEY Butcher from the 1980s. This amp is known as a JCM 800 clone, a Marshall JCM 800 clone. It's very similar, the tone is very close, only difference being that it has 6L6 power tubes compared to the JCM 800's EL34s. And I mean, other than that, I mean, yeah, I'd say the amp maybe has a little bit more punch, but I have a JCM 800, and I gotta say, they are very similar. However, this particular one is modified. I did a gain mod, and I did a bias mod. And the gain mod comes courtesy of my friend Pete on my Facebook. Thanks, Pete. That was a good mod. And the bias mod comes courtesy of my friend Brent, who has a YouTube channel called Pergasound. On that channel, he does some videos with a couple PEAVEY butchers, and he explains how to do the bias mod. And so I went ahead and just followed his steps and added the mod to this amp, and went ahead and biased it to 44 milliamps. And man, I mean, I just... I think it sounds awesome. I do have it running right now with this overdrive, and the reason I chose this cheap overdrive right here is because I just wanted to show you that, you know, this is like a cheap $20 Amazon overdrive for 20 bucks, and I really paid very little for this, although it was broken. I had to do some repairs on the PEAVEY Butcher. Between the PEAVEY Butcher and the overdrive from Amazon, you're looking at under a couple $100 for me, at least. I can't say that you're going to go out and find a butcher as cheap as I did. However, they are cheap, and I do recommend if you find one, don't pass it up. It's a great amp, and it's a lot of fun. And if you like, you know, rock and roll tones and metal tones, it definitely gets it. I'll go ahead and show you what it sounds like with the overdrive disengaged. Definitely gets that AC/DC ZZ Top type thing. You know, you even might get a little Motley Crue. That type of thing. But when you engage the overdrive, it really... definitely gets the crunchy, heavy tones going on. It's got a lot of mid-range, you know. And if you crank this thing up, I mean, it really cuts through a mix. I do have my mids turned up all the way. I have the highs at about, you know, somewhere around 4. I have my low end also maybe around 4, just below 5. My gain is... Now, it is modded, however, I find the sweet spot to be just a little bit past 7. And that with this together, I think it sounds great. And my presence is, you know, I'm about 3. Some people don't like to run too much presence, and I don't blame them with some amps, but for some reason I can get away with it on this one. Not a huge difference there between 3 and having it completely off, but it just gives it something. Just a little something that I like in there, a little spice. Some people also might think that I'm running too much mids, but you know, maybe we back it off a little bit. Still sounds killer, but man. I really like those mids a lot. I really enjoy this amp. You know, it's not going to be your super high gain modern amp, like I said, but it's definitely the type of amp that if you can throw a cheap overdrive in front of it and you get yourself a decent 412 cabinet or 212, definitely going to get some fun, crunchy thrash metal tones that maybe even kind of could fall into the death metal zone a little bit even too. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe my channel. And if you want to stick around and check out a song that I did with the PEAVEY Butcher, it's kind of a thrash metal thing, just a little project I've been working on. I'd love to have you guys take a listen and let me know what you think in the comments. Also, if you own a PEAVEY Butcher, definitely let me know what you think of yours. Do you enjoy it? How do you use it? You know, tell me any stories you have about your PEAVEY Butcher, because I really like this amp a lot. I think it's a great amp. I think it's solid. And I'm just interested to see what other people who own these amps and have had experience with them think. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jam out. And you guys, if you want to stick around and check out my song, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Take care.